All right, let's roll. Monday Night Meltdown has begun as the Toronto Raptor comeback continues. Raptors were down 13 at the half. They've cut the lead to 4. Kawhi Leonard has just hit a 3-point shot. And suddenly we got a basketball game. Raptors did not play well in the first half. They were lucky only to be down 13. They shot 32%. They're shooting the ball better. They're much quicker. They have to pick up the tempo. Greg Monroe's playing well, of all people. We're shutting down Joel Embiid, but for somehow Greg Monroe's beating us. But hey, listen, they were getting blown out. At least it's sort of a game now, 57-51. Kawhi Leonard misses a shot that he normally hits. They didn't do a good job getting Leonard involved early. There was a lot of talk about Siakam and stuff the other night here with us, and then we're talking about Siakam. And Siakam is really good, but Siakam isn't this pure scorer guy. And he's taking too many shots tonight. He's got to, he sort of let the offense come to him. Siakam. He's not like our designated scorer or anything like that. Didn't like the offense. Too much individualistic stuff in the first half. They're passing the ball more. Here's Siakam taking it to the rack, and he gets blocked. The Sixers are like, we ain't letting Siakam beat us tonight. Like I said, too many shots from Siakam. Here he is going coast to coast. He finishes it this time. He's getting pissed off. Nothing's falling for him. Shit's getting fast now. They're going up and down the court, both teams. Raptors cut the lead to 4. Kyle Lowry's playing some crazy defense. Kawhi Leonard, of all people, just got burnt, but I think Kawhi Leonard doesn't show a lot of emotion. Kawhi Leonard just yelled at somebody. I don't know. He was fucking pissed about Ben Simmons getting behind him. He was mad at himself. What's up, gentlemen? Good to see you. Well, welcome back, Andy. Andy in Montreal, nice to see you. What up, Skooma? Paco Healy, San Diego in the house. Tragic shooting the other day in San Diego. What's up, Spencer? We're coming to Montreal next month. We're coming to Montreal next month, Andy. $59-54, 5 minutes remaining in the third. Kyle Lowry just hit a couple of free. So the lead's 4 right now, 59-55. Listen, they've done a great job in this third quarter. I think Philadelphia only scored 8 points. I think it was 51-38 at the half. It's been a very, very good quarter for the Raptors. They got to keep it going. They're playing great defense right now. Fucking Greg Monroe can't be stopped, man. Here's Kyle Lowry. We got lucky with a foul call there. It looked like he lost the ball, but is it just me or wasn't Greg Monroe just on our fucking team? We got Gasol and shit. The irony here, fuck. Greg Monroe, the guy's been on 3 or 4 NBA teams this year. We can't stop him. He's killing us. I'm serious, too. It's not even. As I say this, Monroe got hurt. He's going to the room. Maybe he's just going to the bathroom. I don't know. But I'm serious. It's Listen, Monroe probably has 10 points or something like that, but every time the Raptors have gone on these little runs and stuff, Monroe fucking hits a shot. It's kind of frustrating. Like, we've cut it to 4 a couple of times, and Monroe keeps stepping up. Like, Kawhi Leonard with the ball. Like I said, just let fucking, it should be Kawhi and Kyle Lowry right now. And here's Kawhi, back to Lowry. Lowry taking it to the rack. Misses. Bad possession. What's up, Erroneous? That's a good point. Greg Monroe, he's been on like 3-4 teams this year alone. I think he was on the Milwaukee Bucks. I think he was the Bucks. I think he was on the Phoenix Suns. He's on the Raptors. Now he's on the Sixers. Philly's not hitting anything. The Raptors got to start hitting some shit. Come on, Siakam. Kyle Lowry back to Siakam. Gasol back to Lowry. They're just not getting open shots. Philadelphia back to Kawhi Leonard. Gasol for 3. Hits it. Boom. Big shot. Raptors got the lead to 3. I got to tell you, Philadelphia is doing a very good job. You got to give credit where credit's due. Philadelphia is doing a very good job defensively. Like, the shots just aren't there. Like, all these shots, the Philly coach who gets criticized a lot, like, they're on point. They watch fucking tape because everywhere the Raptors want to be, they are. Oh, come on, man. You got to get these rebounds. Oh, he missed the shot too somehow. Oh, we lost the ball. You got to be shitting me. Oh, another rebound. All right, we got the ball. Danny Green. Raptors getting killed on the glass. Gasol, foul. All right, Gasol going to the line. We're down 3. We're coming on. Once we take the lead, too, Philly's going to fucking melt. I don't know where Joel Embiid is. What's up, Shano? Apathetic bystanders. Nice to see you, Lisa. Listen, it's an ugly game, man. It's an ugly game. Should have bet the under. We talked about this on Game Time Decisions about how the Raptor games aren't going over. Fuck. Like they play too defense. They play defense. Like, look, guys, the total for tonight's game was 220. The total for the game was 220. The in-game number right now is 188.5. The books usually aren't off by 32 points. The Raptors have given up 96 or less in 5 straight games. They've only given up more than 100 points once in the playoffs through 5 games. And right now, Philadelphia is getting shut down. Philadelphia only has 2 points with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left in the third. 61-58. Raptors going to the free throw line. The computer thinks the Raptors are going to win the game because they're minus 175 right now. Minus 2.5 point spread. What's up, Jason? Good to see you. I think Denver are going to win tonight. In the next game, I've got, I think Denver win the next game. They've played 4 times this year. They played 4 times this year. Denver beat them. Denver beat them 3 of the 4 times. The one time they didn't beat them, Denver didn't try. They didn't play Jokic and they didn't play Jamal Murray. I think it was a back-to-back. So Denver have matched up well with these guys. Listen, Damian Lillard motherfucking torched Oklahoma City. There's no disputing it. I mean, he was awesome. And CJ McCollum was really good too. Like because of Lillard, McCollum doesn't get his due really, but McCollum averaged 24 points a game in that series too. Also very, very good. But the difference is Oklahoma City are essentially two guys. All right? Oklahoma City are two dudes. They're Russell Westbrook, who struggled by his standards. He still put up numbers, but he wasn't himself. He didn't play well. And Paul George, who actually did play pretty well, but Paul George was actually hurt. He had a torn labrum on one of his shoulders there. Like he was he wasn't himself, and he still played well. But Steven Adams gave them nothing. Nobody else gave them a damn thing. Schroeder disappeared. They got nothing from anybody. And Portland shredded them. It is what it is. Cantor played well. Aminu played well. Harkless played well. They played better than the other dudes. But the thing is, Cantor's banged up right now. And the fact is, Aminu and Harkless aren't better than fucking Paul Millsap and Gary Harris and these guys. Denver are a better team than Portland. There's a reason why they have home court. They're a better team. They're a deeper team, and that's going to be the difference. Lillard's a stud, McCollum's a stud and stuff, but there's too many dudes. There's too many dudes on Denver that can beat you. You got Nikolai Jokic, you got Paul Millsap, you got Jamal Murray, you got Gary Harris. Their bench is good. They mix in guys. Beasley can hit a shot, Will Barton. They're a very good home team as well, Denver. They've only lost 8 times at home all year long. Like they lost once to San Antonio in the series at home. Joel Embiid is back on the floor right now. He's pretty much been invisible in this basketball game. He's played 20 minutes, 7 points, 1 for 5 from the field. Coming into the series, we thought Embiid would have problems with the Raptors defensively. He is. But the Raptor, if someone would told us, hey, listen, Embiid's going to have 7 fucking points, 8 points, the Raptors should be winning. 63-60, we're down 3. Norman Powell to Siakam. To Gasol in the paint. Kicks it out to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Oh. That's like the not second straight, but the shot clock violations on a couple of possessions for the Raptors. Shouldn't be happening. Too many passes. Siakam is suddenly hesitant to shoot. Here's Jimmy Butler. Kicks it out to Redick. Joel Embiid. Good defense from the Raptors. Jimmy Butler for 3. Short. Nice play by Van Fleet. I'll give you credit, Van Fleet. Shoot it, Siakam. Fuck, it just won't go in for him. There's Kawhi Leonard. Just keep it. Fuck. Leonard going to the free throw line. We can cut the lead to 1. It's not easy. It's not easy. Listen, man, in the playoffs, not every game is going to be like hey, we're hitting every shot and stuff. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be a battle. You're trying to get to the finals, man. You got to win fucking 12 games to get there. They're not all going to be pretty. This one's not pretty. But look, the Raptors were down by 13 points coming into the third quarter. They're now down by 2. Kawhi Leonard hits this free throw. They're down by 1. It's been a nice quarter for them. Kawhi Leonard quietly has 24. I like that prop to go over tonight for Kawhi. It's 28.5. Oh, he missed the free throw, though. I'm surprised. We jinxed them. 63-61. Jimmy Butler with the basketball. Raptors are really, really locked down on defense here. And as I say that, Jimmy Butler just walks in. And a foul. Fuck me. That was a big play. Kawhi Leonard. They always say, people say Kawhi Leonard to show emotion. It's not true. Kawhi Leonard showed emotion. He just yelled in Ibaka, I think. I told you after another play before, Kawhi Leonard was fucking pissed after the basket. Ibaka did what he had to do there. Ibaka's on Joel Embiid, bro. That play was Van Fleet and Jody Meeks. It was just bad defense. Kawhi Leonard with a tough shot. Boom, hits it. I want to shut this fucking kid up with his stupid 76ers flag down there. He stands up after every basket the Philly scores. He waves his flag. Nearly a turnover. Come on, guys. We haven't taken the lead yet here. Jimmy with a nice move there. Over to Embiid. Back to Jimmy Butler for an open three. He misses the shot, but we don't get the rebound again. Fuck, man. We're getting killed on the boards. We're getting killed on the boards. There's so many loose rebounds. We're just not getting them. What's up, Chris Edge? Been a little while, buddy. Good to see you. What's up, Big Will? Yeah, Jimmy, but I didn't get into the props tonight. People, what's up, Will? People were asking about the props all day. I didn't get into the props. But Jimmy Butler at 18.5 I thought was doable. I told someone over earlier in the day. Kawhi Leonard over to 28.5 was high, but he's on fire. I thought Joel Embiid would go over, though. I'm surprised Embiid's done nothing. What's up, Frank? See another rebound. Fuck, on a fucking free throw. You shitting me? It's big swings here. Now here's Joel Embiid, and he gets fouled. It's like a big swing here, man. It's a bad last couple of minutes of this, man. It's fucking ridiculous. We're going to be down by 6 now suddenly. It's our bench. I'm telling you. The strength of the Raptors is supposed to be their bench. It hasn't been. Our bench guys get out here, and it's a fucking train wreck. Fuck. Like the Sixers bench has been killing us. And, our bench, the defense just is subpar. People shit on Kyle Lowry all the time when he misses shots and stuff, but I'm telling you, man, Kyle Lowry's a very good defensive player. Like, it's different when he's not on the floor. Same with Danny Green. It just changes. But they can't play all the minutes, but all the work we did, we're giving it back here. Suddenly they're down by 6. I mean, man, we got Van Fleet on the floor. We got Powell on the floor. You got Jody Meeks on the floor all at once here, man. It's too many bench guys and not good ones. Meeks for 3. You better hit this. Not even close. Kawhi with a rebound. Kawhi doesn't want to pass it to anyone. Who can he pass it to? He passes it to Meeks, and Meeks turns it over. I told you. Like, fuck, man. Butler for 3. All right, Nurse, this doesn't work, bro. We can't have Norman Powell, Van Fleet, and Jody Meeks on the court at the same time. Like, that was a weird 5. They had Serge Ibaka, Kawhi Leonard, Jody Meeks, Norman Powell, and Van Fleet. It's not going to work. And you saw what was happening is they were totally just triple teaming Kawhi. And Kawhi didn't trust to pass it to anybody because every time he did, fucking people would miss. Jody Meeks, like, open for a 3, terrible shot. Not even close. Van Fleet says, telling you, fuck, like DeLon Wright's better than him. Listen, the Raptors, Dr. Marvin Monroe. What's up, Reckless? What's up, Drew? Ronis, it looks like, I don't know if it's someone new or the same person. John Doe, the full house here tonight. We've had a couple of new patrons sign up over the last couple of nights. What's up, John Doe? Where's Sandercock at tonight? All right, it's going to be a stressful fourth quarter here. Nothing's going to come easy, but this is an important game for the Raptors. Earlier in the game, I was thinking, well, whatever, fuck. If they lose, they lose. I'm like, they're not going to win every game in the playoffs. You know what I mean? They lost the first game and everybody panicked, and then they won 4 straight. They're not going to win every game in the playoffs. They're not going to go 15-1 from here on out, but so that's when I was sort of telling, all right, don't panic. But at the same point in time, man, it's 1-1 here. You go to Philly, you lose 2 in Philly, suddenly it's 3-1, man. You know what I mean? Like, and Philly's not an easy place to win at. So, Raptors can win there. I think they can split there, but they got to win this game. They got to win this game. There was so much talk about winning game 1 and how they lose game 1 all the time. Yeah, you won game 1, but it doesn't matter because we used to always lose game 1 and we always win game 2. So either way, if it's 1-1, it doesn't matter whether we lost game 1 or 2. Ugh. I guess they're playing hockey right now, too. I don't even know. I haven't paid attention. Suddenly the Sixers are favored right now. Oh, it's 2-1. 2-1 for the St. Louis Blues right now. 2-1 for the Blues after 40 minutes of play. All right, here we go. Here we go. Third quarter has begun. 69-63. And Kyle Lowry misses the first shot of the quarter. Son of a bitch. And fucking Philadelphia hits a 3. This Bolden guy, we're getting beaten by secondary guys. Like, we're getting beat by Bolden. We're getting beat by Siakam for 3, misses. It just won't go in for the kid. 72-63. We're down by 9 suddenly again. Like, we cut the fucking lead and the lead down, and boom, we give it right back. JJ Redick for 3. Misses. We're lucky. He missed. Philadelphia ball, even though it looked like it was off for them. Fuck, these refs are bad, man. I don't know what the deal with the NBA refs are suddenly. It's a soft foul there. You know what the problem is? The NBA refs are generally pretty good, but I think the problem is they have I think the problem is the older referees ref these playoff games, the veteran guys. I remember, like, we were talking about Major League Baseball umpires the other day. All the veteran guys were way worse. It's like, oh, the young refs don't get to work these big games because they don't have the experience, but they're actually better than these old fuckers. These old fuckers just do what they want, you know? Van Fleet's still on the floor. It's fucking frustrating. You notice nothing good happens when Van Fleet's on the floor. Van Fleet takes a shot and misses. Of course he does. Like I'm telling you, since he's been on the floor, this is when the lead has gone down. He's fucking useless, this guy. Like he doesn't do anything. Now where he's going to get beat by Ben Simmons here. Like honestly, like what the fuck has Van Fleet done? You got to get him off the fucking floor, Nurse. He's a problem, man. I'm going to look up the box score right now. I guarantee you his plus minus is fucking terrible. Like he's small. He doesn't hit shots. Here he is with the ball again. Like he gives it up to Siakam, back to Van Fleet, Lowry, Ibaka. Lowry, back to Ibaka. Ibaka hits a jumper. All right. They needed that shot. Fuck. They're down by 7. I wouldn't wait. I'd get fucking Van Fleet off the floor now, man. For fuck's sakes. You're fucking killing me here. I'm telling you.
That's why I'm going to book this computer. We also think you should have to pay a lot of money to pay for you to watch a fight at home. That's why I'm blowing up my house. The song is going like it. 3 more 100 fight nights a year. Not to pay a pay-per-view.
All right, box score. Van Fleet. Like, he's a fucking point guard. And he's played 15 minutes, Van Fleet. All right? He's played 15 minutes. He has 0 points and 0 assists. Like, what are you doing? And he's not playing good defense. I told you guys about plus minus, about how since he's been on the floor, it's not even close. It's fucking insane. If you look at the Raptors plus minus for the game, Kawhi Leonard is -2. Siakam is +1. Gasol +1. Norman Powell -13. Van Fleet -17. See, I didn't even have to look at this chart. I was watching it. I told you. It's a fucking disaster with these guys on the court together. Like, they're both disasters. You put them on the floor together, and it's ridiculous. Like, seriously, man. Van Fleet, -17. Like, you're not getting it done, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, at this fucking point, like, Jeremy Lin fucking should fucking play. You know, like, oh, our big strength is our bench. Our bench sucks, fuck. Norman Powell, 14 minutes, 3 points, -13, getting killed defensively. Van Fleet played 15 minutes. He's -17, fuck. Which means they've been outscored by 17 points when he's on the floor. Kyle Lowry's -1. Danny Green's +8. It speaks for itself. And, basically now I'm going to fucking snap when we come back and fucking Van Fleet and Powell are on the fucking floor right now. It's very disappointing. Like I said, the bench is supposed to be our strength. The bench is not our strength. Our bench blows. I'm telling you, though, it's all the time with Van Fleet in these games, man. He never hits shit. He always shoots. He can't play defense. Like, basically, Van Fleet's a good guy to have on in the regular season, eat up some minutes and stuff. But it drives me crazy that he fucking plays. Kawhi Leonard's still on the bench right now. We don't play again until Thursday. Like, we can't be fucking around here, man. Siakam ain't hitting shit. They got to let Kyle Lowry get more aggressive. And dear God, we have the same lineup on the floor still right now. Nurse just doesn't get it. I blame Nurse for this. And we just got beat defensively again. This lineup, you can't leave these guys on the floor, Nurse. What are you doing, man? Here's Van Fleet. Inside to Ibaka. Actually, a nice pass, but Ibaka fucking rushes the shot and misses it. We're down 9. We're just giving the game away right now with this fucking lineup on the floor. Like, I don't understand, Nurse. We cut the fucking lead to 2, you idiot. You put these jackasses on the floor because, oh, it's the last couple of minutes is what we do. Yeah. What we're doing is giving up the fucking comeback. Embiid, fuck. Here's Embiid coming in. Turns it over, fortunately. Siakam. Lowry. Fucking Lowry misses a 3. Ben Simmons for an easy fucking layup. We're getting killed defensively. We're down 11. Yeah. Good job, Van Fleet. Man, Van Fleet takes a little jumper at the whistle there. Good job, Van Fleet. You know Ben Simmons is your guy, right, bro? Like, Ben Simmons, like, Van Fleet's supposed to be covering Ben Simmons. You saw what just happened there? Ben Simmons had an open layup, like on a breakaway. Like, honestly, Van Fleet's usually not this bad. I'd never liked him. I've been bitching about this guy for years. He's our weak link. He's always been the weak link. I don't know why he's on the fucking floor. But, great job. What's his plus minus now? He's fucking, it's brutal, fuck. He's fucking terrible. Like I said, I've been bitching about this guy for fucking years, man. Oh, he's now minus 21. Fuck. It's hard to be minus 21. Like, he's minus 21, guys. Like, we've been outscored 21 points when he's on the floor, fuck. It's not even funny. Like, it's fucking angering me. Like, I don't understand, like, how Nick Nurse, you're a professional coach, that you don't see that, hey, yeah, by the way, man, you know what? Like, we're getting outscored by 21 points when you're on the floor. Like, it's embarrassing. It's fucking pathetic. That's what it is. It's not just embarrassing. It's pathetic. This game's gotten away from us. They cut the fucking lead. I'm blaming the coach for this. I'm blaming the coach for this. I really am. Like, this is not Nurse. Like, whether you want to stick with shit, Norman Powell has played 15 minutes, bro. He's got 3 fucking points, man. He doesn't do anything. Serge Ibaka has played 13 minutes tonight. Serge Ibaka was playing great basketball, and Gasol came and it fucked Ibaka up a bit. But fine. All right, you put Ibaka as a 6-man here coming off the bench, fine. But thing is, Ibaka's the type of guy, he needs to play a bit. Like, he's not one of these, not Jamal Crawford. You can put in for 16 minutes. He's going to give you points. Like, you guys used to play. He's played 13 fucking minutes tonight. Like, how the fuck is it possible that Norman Powell has played more than fucking Ibaka? Van Fleet played more than Ibaka. It's ridiculous, man. Like, honestly, like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, Powell, and Fleet and Nurse. Like, why are you leaving these guys out there, man? Yeah, our bench is being outscored 26-5. All right, at least Van Fleet's still on the floor. Dear God, fuck. Why? Are you trying to throw the game? Fuck, why? Kawhi Leonard misses a 3. We're down 11 with 8 minutes left. It's getting real. Philadelphia's just slowing it down. JJ Redick for 3. Misses. We're lucky. Philadelphia can't close it. We're lucky. Here comes Amir Johnson, former Raptor. Nurse is getting out coached tonight by Brown. It's painful. There's still time, but we're running out of real estate. There's still time. It's not, Yeah, I don't know. Anunoby's hurt. Fuck. It's been a bad year for Anunoby. The guy's had problems all year. It's too bad he's good, too. There's Kyle Lowry. All right. Like I said, Lowry's one of the few dudes that's actually not playing horribly here tonight. So I don't mind him getting aggressive, taking it to the rack. They're down 9, 7 minutes left. It's go time, guys. This is it. You cut it to 2 and we fucking gave it back. Good defense. That's a bullshit foul. Fuck. Good stuff, Will. This is a frustrating game as a whole. I should have bet some props off center to the total. I didn't go massive on this game, though. Bookmaker actually, Bookmaker got fucking, Bookmaker was down for like an hour before the game. I got a parlay in, but oh, Kawhi and 1. There's 28 for Leonard. He hits this free throw. So Kawhi Leonard's scoring prop was 28.5. He's at 28 right now. Free throw will make it 29. Oh, Jimmy Butler got fucking lit up by Kawhi in game 1. Kawhi had 45 on him. He's played well tonight, Butler. Butler's a good player. He's not as good as Kawhi Leonard, though. Butler's their best player, though. Embiid's good, but Embiid's never on the floor. Here's Embiid now, back to Butler. No, she's not. Butler throws an air ball. Kyle Lowry with a rebound. Kawhi Leonard. This is it, guys. 6 minutes, down by 8. Kawhi. Danny Green for 3. Fuck, didn't go in. Fuck. That would have been big. Oh, Butler steps up right on cue. And we're down by 10. I'm telling you, this game was lost with Van Fleet on the floor in the last minutes of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth. And it's been a Raptors vice and problem all year long. So anytime the Raptors lose, that's what it is. The Raptors starters don't really lose. It's the bench, fuck. The problem is, our bench used to be so good because Siakam was coming off it and shit. It's different now. Butler with 23 points. Raps are going to need some threes. Kawhi for 3. Short. All of Kawhi's 3-point shots, they're just sort of They're short. You can see they're going to be short. He's sort of pushing the ball tonight. There's Jimmy Butler. Nice pass. Tobias Harris, big basket. Philly stepping up. 13-point lead, 5 minutes left. We're all but done. I know. I don't like Nick Nurse's game plan tonight, man. Siakam misses an easy shot. Kawhi gets fouled, going to the line again, and one. We're not out of it, fuck. It's, Kawhi hits this shot, they're down by 10 with 5 minutes left, but there's a problem. What's up, Cody? Siakam just can't hit anything tonight. We got a series on our hands suddenly. All right, Twins cash. That was a good pick. All right, they're down by 10 with 5 minutes left. Yeah, like Nick Nurse hasn't adjusted. There's been nothing. And he left Van Fleet. Van Fleet was the problem. Like, numbers don't lie. Look at the box score. All right, Siakam. Kyle Lowry. This is big. Don't turn it over. All right, Kawhi Leonard. Siakam. All right, Siakam. 83-75. They cut the lead to 8 with 4:49 left. I'm surprised. I'm looking right now. I see the total for the Portland games down to 215. I think it's going over. Two-one in the hockey game with 13 minutes left. The Blues are winning 2-1 with 13 minutes left. Knew it would be a close game. Man, it's a close fucking series. Oh, fucking turnover, man. God, this game is frustrating. Oh, Butler with the dagger. Ugh. What's up, bro? What's up, Brooks? Yeah, Butler stepped up with a big three there. He's carrying these guys tonight. He's the only guy with really any guts on this team. You know, Embiid's all hype. He's good, but, you know, you see he's having a hard time with good defense. Ben Simmons is You know, Butler's the man, and you know, it's showing tonight on this team. Lowry for three. We need this. Boom, he hits it. 88-84, 4-point lead. Under 2 minutes remaining. This is the game. Need a stop. Here's Jimmy Butler, turns it over. Oh, that's a bullshit foul. That's a bullshit foul. Yeah, he made contact. Fuck, man. Every time we get it close, fuck. Well, you're going to need another 3 here. It's going to be 6. He's going to hit them both. They're going to be down 6. They're going to need a 3 ball. Like, we're running out of time with the 2s and shit. They're going to need a 3 again. Look, they hit a 3. They're down by 2. You know? They got to stop, and it's game type shit. They don't need the 3, but 3 would be good. All right, he hits them both as expected. Sorry, they hit a 3. They're down by 3 still. Fuck. All right, Jimmy Butler's got fucking 12 points in the 4th quarter. All right, here's Kawhi. Kicks it out. 3 ball. Kyle hits it. All right, come on, Kyle. 90-87. We're in this thing. We got to get a stop, though. Fuck. Butler's just killing us. Danny Green on Butler right now. Oh, turnover. Good defense. Let's go, Kyle. All the way. Well, that's not a foul. You notice they never show the replays after the Raptors get screwed? Did Kyle Lowry just end up on his ass by himself? Like, he just got smoked. Like, this fucking referee, that old man. All right, Kawhi Leonard. We're down 3. We don't need a 3. We're down 3 with 1 minute left. Here's Kawhi, kicks it out. Danny Green for 3. Oh, but we get the rebound. Siakam, big. Dear God, this is stressful. Oh. Siakam gets his own rebound. We're down by 1. We're down by 1 with 40 seconds left. This shit's getting crazy. They all seem to hate the Raps. Fuck. Don't give up a 3 here. Embiid taking it. Big play for Embiid. Nice basket by Embiid. Well, that was a massive basket for Embiid in a clutch time there. All things considering, the way things have gone tonight, the Raptors have put themselves in a position here. They're down 3. There's 24 seconds left. They've got the ball in the last possession, down 3. What can they do? Like, they were down 13 at the half. They played like shit all night. And here they are down 3. The question is, how do you play this now? Do you take the 2 right now and then play the foul game? Philadelphia are generally pretty good with their free throws. Jimmy Butler hits everything. You know, they're going to get the ball into Jimmy Butler's hands. JJ Redick's a good free throw shooter, so they're going to get it in his hands here at the end if we score 2 and we're down 1. It's kind of a weird situation you're in here with 24. Do you wait and take the last shot with like 8 seconds left and then you foul? You know what I mean? It's a weird deal. It's a lot of time, to be honest. Like, you probably take it to the rack here, get down by 1. You know what I mean? The only thing is, then you have to foul. Fuck, you know, it's a weird spot here. I guess we got to take what they give us, really. Leonard gets it into Gasol. Danny Green, looks like we're looking for the 3. Danny Green, yeah, they're not rushing anything. Oh God, Kyle Lowry nearly turned it over. Danny Green for 3. Oh, he missed. possession was wild. Kyle Lowry fell. We're lucky we got the ball back. Danny Green had an open look, man. He's a good three-point shooter, too. It went in and out, too. It was a good shot. We're fucked. We're down 4 now. The flow of the flow of the possession fell apart with Kyle Lowry fucking falling. Even though Danny Green got a three-point shot off. Fuck. Overtime would have been nice. Savior here. $94-89 final score. First time Philadelphia has won in Toronto since 2012. Wow. Well, like I said, fuck, the Raptors aren't going to win every motherfucking game, but they got to do better. It's not going to be easy to win in Philadelphia either. They're going to have to find a way to win on Thursday so they don't find themselves in a must-win on Sunday. They'll be all right. No panic. It's 1-1. It is what it is. Frustrating game, though. They had their opportunities. Kawhi Leonard finishes with 35 points. Siakam with 21 in the end. Kyle Lowry with 20. The rest of the team just gave him nothing. And, you know, the fact of the matter is, in game 1, they didn't really contribute very much either. You look at Philadelphia. Philadelphia had 5 guys in double digits. Like, really, like, you look at the box score, it's fucking frustrating. Like, Joel Embiid had 12 points. Ben Simmons had fucking 6 points. You know, if Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons have a combined 18 points, the Raptors should fucking win the game. Unbelievable, fuck. Yeah. The Raptors are a good road team. It'll be all right. Like I said, you know, this shit ain't easy, right? There's going to be stress in the playoffs. Philadelphia deserved to win the game tonight. I got no excuse. I'm not bitching. That Embiid basket was big. That was pretty much the game, to be honest. You know, the Raptors had some late momentum going there. It felt like they were coming back. And Embiid, you know, great spin move, fucking boom. That was a big fucking 2 points. I mean, they cut it to 1. The Raptors were down 1 only, and he scored. He got it back up to 3. He doesn't do that, or if he misses the shot or whatever, the Raptors have the ball. They're only down 1. It changes their complexion of being down fucking, because they were looking for the 3 clearly. They were and they weren't. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they were doing at the end there. There's been a couple of times this year where the Raptors have been discombobulated in situations like that. Like what was the plan? You know what I mean? Kyle Lowry, like, it looked like, all right, you guys were waiting for the 3 because you kicked it back out and no one was in a rush to do anything. And then with like 8 seconds left, Lowry fucking penetrates the paint. Like, what was Lowry planning to do there? I guess Lowry thought, I'm going to take it into the paint, I'm going to try to score and get an N1, old-fashioned 3-point style. And if not, we're only down 1. I don't know what the hell, but it just seemed like there was no, I don't know what the plan was. I don't know what the play was. I don't know what their little plan was. And then Kyle Lowry fucking got all wild with the basketball, nearly lost it, fell over. Fucking, it's a miracle it wasn't traveling somehow. And after all that, he somehow kicked it out to Danny Green for a wide open look. Joel Embiid did a good job flying in. You got to give credit to Embiid. He played well in the last 30 seconds. He was a fucking wrecking crew. Joel Embiid came flying in, but Danny Green got it off cleanly. And he had an open look, fuck. It looked like it was going in, too. It sort of did, fuck. It's like Greg Anthony said. He said all night, man, the Raptors just fucking the ball would fucking, it was in and out all night. Like Siakam, I swear, like 5 or 6 shots Siakam had, man. The ball would fucking look like it was going in. It was in, boom, it would pop out. The rims were not kind to the Raptors tonight. It's their own home rim, but. Yeah, frustrating. Yeah, frustrating game, but all right, we'll lay the 4 with the Nuggets since our money line parlay is done. Frustrating game. A lot of people blaming the refs on Twitter, but it was a foul. It was a foul. Like when you saw fucking, you know, it looked like he punched the ball, but you saw he slapped his wrist. It was a foul. It is what it is. It is what it is. The Raptors got away with quite a bit too. I mean, people are sensitive to it. I get it. I don't know. You know, I watched the whole game. I was never really outraged by the refs. There was a couple of calls they should have got, but they got calls. They even got bailed out a couple of times. Like the refereeing has just been bad in the playoffs as a whole, like across the board. They either lose control of the game, there's bad calls late. They just, you know, they're just all over the place, these NBA refs in the playoffs. Like, you know, like Houston yesterday. Houston, like, had been crying all fucking night about this since yesterday. And Houston have a gripe. Like, if you see what happened, listen, on that last shot with Harden, I don't think Harden was fouled. And I even had Houston. They covered, but I would have been better with going overtime because it would have went over. But I don't think he was fouled on the last shot. You know what I mean? The thing with the Houston Rockets is they look for fouls all the time. Like that's Harden's little trick. He jumps up and he knows you're gonna hit him when he's landing. And they said, hey, we're not going to call that as much anymore. Because Reggie Miller started years ago. Remember, they got away from calling it. Now they're starting to call it again. But I guess they did it. They didn't. They were setting the tempo early in the series, telling them, listen, to Houston, we're not giving you free fucking fouls. But the only thing is, on the last shot, whatever. I'm not going to bitch. It is what it is. I like to let players play at the end, let them play. But D'Antoni was right. There was 4 other ones that were blatant. Like Klay Thompson on one of them fucking nailed Harden. Like, he nailed him. And like I said, they lost by 4 points. And it was really 3 because they got hit with a technical late, that was bullshit. Chris Paul shouldn't have got kicked out of the game. But he did. Like, Houston got screwed. I mean, there's no disputing. Like, they got screwed. The only thing is, I'll say, is the refereeing was bad enough that Steph Curry had 5 fouls. And Curry really wasn't doing much. They were calling really bullshit fouls on Curry for some reason. I don't know. Like I said, you get these veteran referee guys. You get these veteran referee dudes, and they're worse than the young guys. Like, we did there was like a baseball study. There was a story that came out, and they reviewed every call last year. It's pretty crazy about Major League Baseball umpires. And there was a list of, like, who was the best. It didn't lie. It was like, who made the most mistakes? Who made the most mistakes? And it was fucking nuts, man. Major League Baseball umpires miss a lot of shit. Like, it was, what was it? It was 30% of the time. 30% of the time on strike 3, it's not a strike. And there was a clear correlation between veteran umpires and young umpires. And young umpires were like 50% better type thing. Like, all the young umpires were much better than all the veteran umpires in baseball. And why is that? Because the veteran umpires don't call it by the book, right? They call it by them. It's about them. Angel Hernandez is going to call it the way he wants to call it. So he doesn't give a shit if the ball's a ball. If he wants to call it a strike, he's going to call it a strike. And he's like, well, I call fucking strikes even if it's fucking 8 feet high. Everyone knows it. Right? Like, they have these little things where they'll screw certain pitchers and shit, right? They'll know it's a strike, but they don't care because they don't like the pitcher. They don't like the catcher. They don't like the manager. Remember, there was an umpire earlier in the year. He kicked out the manager at Houston, and he said, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. You can read his lips. He basically said, it's my game. I can do whatever I want. Like, some of these old umpires are nut jobs, fuck. Like, they think it's about them. Right? They think it's about them, and they don't. It's like, at least the young umpires want to do their job properly, so they advance. So that's the thing I see with the NBA here. Like, because the NBA officials usually aren't as bad, but it's all about seniority and stuff when it gets to the playoffs. The young people aren't going to work. Like, some of the better referees in the NBA are those chicks. Fuck, there's one of the chicks is good. Fuck, I can't leave my window open. Fucking flies coming right away. One of the there's a few, like, there's one of the chicks in the NBA is not bad, actually. She ain't getting fucking playoff games here. It's all the old fucking cronies. And look, the old cronies screwed over Houston last night. The Raptors have not been getting calls in the 2 games compared to Philly, but it's not an excuse for the Raptors losing tonight. Like I said, I see Twitter's blowing up about that last Gasol and Butler foul, but they showed the replay. He hit his wrist. Like, he did. Portland turning the ball over a lot earlier. Like I said, you tell me. You tell me that Embiid and Ben Simmons are going to have 18 points. I think the Raptors win. Here's Jamal Murray for 3. He hits it. He's a smooth 3-point shooter, this kid. He'd be a good Raptor down the road. He's a good player, and he's from Toronto, so. I liked him. I liked Jamal Murray. I wanted the Raptors to get him before when he was coming out of college, but wasn't happening. The Raptors weren't going to get him like that low in the draft. I'm telling you, Denver are good. Like, Denver have a lot of good players on the floor at once. Like, seriously, like, it's hard to deal with all these guys. You know, like Jamal Murray is one of the better 3-point shooters in the NBA. Nikola Jokic is a very, very good offensive player that can pass and can do a lot of things. Paul Millsap's a very, very solid veteran guy. And Millsap has 8 points already in the first 5 minutes of the game. But they're a deep team, Denver. They're good. Listen, I think Denver have a shot at going to the finals. I really do. But it's predicated. Their life would be easier if Houston could beat Golden State. And listen, Houston aren't out of it. They're down a game. They're not out of it either. Frustrating game, though. Frustrating basketball game this evening. No, they're not going to crush him, Cody. They didn't crush him yesterday. The Houston Rockets didn't really even play well yesterday, and they lost by fucking 3 points. The Rockets were a 3-point shot away from tying the game in regulation, essentially. Well, Harden shot a little quicker than I thought he would, you know, whatever, with 4 seconds left, but Harden shoots that. They're going to overtime. Harden hits that. You know, he missed. It is what it is. Well, the Warriors have to get past the Rockets first. The Rockets aren't done. The Rockets aren't done. They just made their life a hell of a lot more difficult. It really would have helped to like steal that game. Like Golden State are sort of vulnerable right now. You need to like get them. You know what I mean? Like the Golden State are showing cracks. Steph Curry's not playing great. He's having a hard time getting into a rhythm. Like basically Kevin Durant is carrying Golden State. Like it's pretty simple. Like if Kevin Durant wasn't playing as well as he was, Golden State would be really in trouble. Like Kevin Durant is shaving their ass right now. You know, he's showing up every day, and like he's their first player. He's the first player I think since Michael Jordan or wasn't even Jordan. Like it's a restricted club. I saw Kevin Durant 3 playoff games. Yeah, he's like I think it was Michael Jordan and where was the stat I saw? Basically, like to score 35 or more points in 3 straight playoff games. Now, a lot of people have done it. Oh, here he is. Kevin Durant is the first Warrior player with 3 straight 35-point playoff games in the playoffs since Rick Barry in 1967. Durant scored 25, all right. But it was actually like, I want to see who else did this. Kevin Durant has scored 20 points in his 35th straight playoff game, passing Karl Malone for the 6th longest streak in the NBA. Look, I'm seeing here from the stats yesterday, the Rockets attempted 28 three-point shots in the first half. 28. They went 1 for 14 in the first quarter, but they went 8 for 14 in the second quarter. These fucking NBA teams, man, they just fucking live and die, and like it's like basically the 3 ball. They live and die with a 3, man. No, LeBron wasn't on the list. LeBron wasn't on the list. There's Steve Kerr compares Kevin Durant to Michael Jordan.
Harden now with 13 seconds.
Well, we know, of course, Steve Kerr played with Michael Jordan. Durant scored 50 points in Game 6 against the Clippers on Friday, put up another 35 in Game 1. Steve Kerr compared him to another player, Michael Jordan. Says he's the most skilled player on earth. He's one of the most skilled players ever to play the game. There's nobody like him. Over the past 5 games, Durant is averaging 40.2 points per game. Usually comparisons to Michael Jordan are overblown, but in this case, it's warranted. His last 5 games, Durant has scored a total of 201 points. In doing so, he became just the 4th player in the last 30 years to score 200 points in a 5-game span in the playoffs, joining LeBron James, Allen Iverson, and Michael Jordan. You know, we told you guys it'd be a higher scoring game here, too. They're off and running a little bit of a track meet 2020 little run here. Well, Blues and Stars. These games just always go over. Like almost every NHL game has gone over. 4-3 right now. Yeah, that look. Anyone that bet the under, you got 3 goals after 2 periods, 4 goals in the 3rd period. Cold world. What's going on with the Dodger game? They're scoreless in the 4th inning still. Yeah, Draymond's kind of annoying. I don't, you know what? A lot of people are getting sick of Golden State winning. They don't bother me. You know, they're a great organization. It's up to other teams to beat them. I'm not ready to anoint the Warriors champions yet. Look, the fact is, too, you know, I know one game doesn't make a series, but you look at Boston and Milwaukee. I thought that Boston matched up very well with Milwaukee. I thought they could beat them. I said they would beat them in the series. And we can talk about the Raptors, and you look at the Sixers here. We focus on this series, but the Boston Celtics are really rolling right now too, man. Like the Celtics haven't lost a game in the playoffs. Look, they swept the Pacers. They swept the Pacers. They beat the Bucks in the first game. They're 5-0 in the playoffs, guys. Like they're fucking rolling, these guys. Kyrie Irving's a dangerous player in the playoffs. Kyrie's a big game player, you know. He might be a little flaky and stuff, and he's all over the place about where he wants to play, but Boston had problems throughout the year. But it's not just the playoffs. Boston have actually played well, like for the last 2-3 weeks of the regular season too. And they were on a roll, coming into the playoffs, and it's carried over. They're playing really well. They're going to be a problem to deal with, no matter who plays in Philadelphia or Boston. I think Milwaukee are in trouble. That's the Knicks' plan. Well, Skooma, many people believe that it's all but done that Kevin Durant's going to the Knicks, including Golden State Warrior players. There's a story last week that NBA agents, NBA players, current Golden State Warrior players, and former Golden State Warrior players all said that it's all but done, that Kevin Durant's going to the Knicks. You know, we've been hearing this all year, though. Even during the regular season, when Kevin Durant came here, fucking it was like, yeah, he's coming here type thing. Yeah, who knows? He's going to shock the world and sign with the Atlanta Hawks. I don't know, man. It's the NBA, man. Until they announce, like, who knows what Kawhi Leonard, too. Raptor fans love Kawhi Leonard right now, but they might not love him fucking in a couple of months. Kemba Walker's a possibility. It all starts with Kevin Durant, really, right? But look, a lot will be known right before free agency. Free agency is July 1st, and the NBA draft is usually like June 25th or 6th or whatever. So, like, basically, free agents are going to know whether the Knicks got Zion Williamson or not. But the Knicks have money for 2-star players. So if they got Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Zion Williamson, suddenly they got a franchise. And suddenly they got a sold-out building every night. They already do, but it'll really be fucking hot. I mean, the Knicks were still selling out, even though they're crap. They're close, near sellouts, some sellouts, you know what I mean? I know when the Raptors played the Knicks on that Saturday night, it was sold out. Knicks fans were still pretty loyal to the team, even though they sucked. They've been going to the games. Yeah, the Atlanta Hawks are going in the right direction, man. Trae Young, Doncic was a great player, but Trae Young was really good. Collins is good. Herter's good. Like, they've got a good nucleus, Atlanta. You know, a player would be a good fit, and you can get him. I think they draft 5th or 6th or something. Atlanta. You know, a player that would be good for the Atlanta Hawks is DeAndre Hunter, the kid on Virginia. They hit the big shot. Man, we talked about it all day. Listen, guys, all 4 games that Portland and Denver played this year went over the number, and all of them went easily over the number. Like, all of them got to like 229, 227. They were all high scoring. All 4 of them, and the total was only 215 tonight at closing time. And look, they've already scored 62 points. Fuck. There's still a minute left in the first. But yeah, the Atlanta Hawks are actually not a joke. I think the Hawks will be playoffs. Thing is, Haynes with Kemba Walker and everything, no one knows, right? Same with like Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol makes $35 million a year next year. He's got a player option. He's got a player option. So like the Raptors are at Marc Gasol's mercy. Like Marc Gasol can opt out, he can stay. Like, you know what I mean? That's a lot of money. And Kawhi Leonard, if he stays, he's a lot of money. And if he leaves, it's a lot of money they have to spend suddenly, and they'd have to get somebody in there. So, like, you know, Kemba Walker might be a Raptor next year. Kyrie Irving won't be a Raptor. Kevin Durant grew up a Raptor fan, but I don't see him signing with the Raptors. They don't have the money to do it. The only way they could do it is if Kawhi Leonard didn't resign, but I don't see it happening. I think Kawhi Leonard is going to either stay or he's going to be a Knick. And I've always thought the Dallas Mavericks would be a good fit. You know, they're Game of Thrones. Oh, the same. The sports sites usually have that stuff. There used to be a website. I think it's called like Watch Series or something. I used to watch The Walking Dead on it. They have all the TV shows on it. It's called Watch Dash Series or something, but it's not popping up on my computer. And I don't know. I used to know. Like, I don't. The problem is, like, if you don't remember the site, like Google doesn't show that shit, right? They used to show streaming sites. They don't anymore. Go to Reddit. Reddit would have links for that.
At the top, we don't think you should have to legally stream fights on your computer and get a virus. That's why I'm going to blow up this computer. We also think you should have to get a that's what I'm doing. So, I can stream over 100 times a year. Not to pay the pay-per-view. All right,
There's a lobster in our hot tub.
There's a jet. Oh, I needed this.
Like we thought it was the same pictures of them. It was a long time.
Congratulations. Yeah, this is great. I got some worse. It's time for some straight talk. Look, if your wireless bill is growing out of control, guess what? Scissors beat paper every time. Cut your bill in half with Straight Talk Wireless. For just $45 a month, get 25 gigs of high-speed data for half the cost of big carriers. All on America's largest and most affordable 4G LTE with no contracts or mystery fees ever. Straight Talk Wireless. Don't get lost. It's me, Chief Melt. The power of the zone is back. 2 more, just $5 each. No more, how pizzas that hot. Building a better bank starts with looking at something old, saying, really? So Capital One is building something completely new. Capital One cafes. Inviting places with people here to help you, not sell you. And savings and checking accounts with no fees or penalties, because that's how it should be. You can open one right here or anywhere. Seriously, this is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Sometimes, all you have to do is read the signs. Miller Lite has more taste, fewer calories, and half the carbs of Bud Light. What are you with? Miller Lite, all true. Did you see something? If we want to do this, let's do it for real. This is new markets.
Man, these NHL playoffs have been fucking unpredictable. Oh yeah, Putt Locker, that was the one. I used to watch the watch series one like all the time, but I didn't watch for a long time, and it's not saved anymore when I punch it in. It blocked me because I had the ad block on. I didn't want to fucking take the ad block. I was like, fuck it. Yeah, I was to watch The Walking Dead. It was funny too because it was right around when the season started there in September or something, and it didn't let me. And I was like, whatever, fuck, I'll catch up. And now the whole year's passed. I don't really care. I could tell you a good one for cartoons. It looks like they have movies too. I watch The Simpsons on this site sometimes. They have Futurama and Family Guy and all that type of shit. They have I don't know what else they have. I'm sure they have a lot. It's called Kiss Cartoon. KissCartoon.is. Yeah, they have 1, 2, 3 movies. TV. Yeah, they have Game of Thrones. 1, 2, 3 movies has it. I don't know what season they're on right now, but they have all these seasons here. Yeah, season 8, 2019. See, there you go. 1, 2, 3 movies. No, 0123movies.is. No, the Kiss Cartoon one isn't. It's one of those other sites. It's got it all. Kiss Anime, Kiss Asian, 1, 2, 3 movies, B movies, home. They got it all. Like Lego, Superman, fucking Justice League cartoons, all that shit. And they have fucking Hong Kong Fooey. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they have like every episode of fucking cartoons. Like, let's see, Flintstones, shit like that. Yeah. No, but they don't have all the Flintstones. They have a bunch of Flintstone like movie specials and shit. The new Fred and Barney show. Oh, here's good. The Jetsons meet the Flintstones. I gotta watch that. Elroy Jetson invents a time machine that takes him back to prehistoric times where he meets the Flintstone family. Looks like I know what I'm watching tonight. Oh, and FX, yeah. Yeah, I know what I'm watching now. The Jetsons meet the Flintstones. How are you going to beat that? Wow, Portland's really balling, man. 37-36. I don't know. I only know Exodus the band. It's a track meet, this game. It's a track meet, this game right now. Dodgers still scoreless, man. This game, fucking nothing's happening. Videos at trial show Arizona assistant taking bribes. That's not good. That's not good for anybody. Yeah, these Stanley Cup playoffs, man. 4-3 final score, St. Louis Blues win. Take a 2-1 series lead. There's just really nothing to make of these games, man. Like they're back and forth. They're like 1-goal games. It's real random hockey. There's a reason, like I said, there's a reason why like it's hard to put like big money on a hockey game. I like Cam's approach of betting on the series as opposed to like big money on each game. I just got tagged on this game. I jumped in on fucking Dallas in game here. Fucking frustrating. St. Louis now up 4-3. Like I said, my interest is already waned in the NHL playoffs. Like the glamorous, the thing is, like I said, they paid a price for it. I'm not the only one either. Like the ratings will go down. We'll see. You know, I'll let the numbers speak for themselves. The ratings were very good for the first round. Like the NHL did well, like for the first round. By comparison, they were up from like it was one of their highest rated first rounds in a long time, actually. So they did very well with the first round ratings, but you know they're going to take a fucking beating now as it goes on. You know, they already had all these high profile, cool matchups that it's not as like, quite frankly, nobody cares about the St. Louis Blues and the Dallas Stars. You got to be an ultra hardcore fucking fan to really be like die hard into the series and shit. You know what I mean? Imagine if they end up with Carolina and fucking Columbus after. Carolina versus Columbus to go to the Cup. Like, it's going to be a disaster, fuck. You know, St. Louis Blues versus the fucking Columbus Blue Jackets in the Stanley Cup. Yeah, we'll see how the ratings are. No, they're gonna rethink their little playoff fucking thing in a hurry, fuck, because they realize, oh shit, maybe we got to spread these teams out a bit. Like I said, diehard hockey fans don't care, but there's not that many diehard hockey fans. Like, look, even in Canada, the teams that play matter, and no one loves hockey more than Canadians, and even Canadians don't watch this shit as it goes on. It's not just the Canadian teams; like they'll watch if it's the Pittsburgh Penguins. You know, if it was Tampa Bay Lightning, they would watch. Boston, I think people will watch out of hatred. Like I said, at this point, the NHL sort of needs Boston. The Islanders are going to be done soon. Carolina's going to beat them. And then Carolina moves on. Carolina, you know, when Carolina played the Cup last time, it wasn't pretty with the ratings. Like the NHL, like for NBC and stuff, you know, you need, you know, the NBA has star players, right? Like the casual sports fan to tune in needs to say, oh yeah, I know Ovechkin, oh yeah, Washington, right? They don't know Carolina. They've never heard of these fucking dudes in their life on the Carolina Hurricanes. The Canes don't have star players. So people will tune in. You know, the games are good though, right? So, you know, the product is good. I'm not ragging on them. The product is good, but they did this little stupid playoff thing. They know it's stupid. They were adamant before, they're not changing it, and now they've basically admitted behind the scenes they're changing it. The problem is they can't change it next year because they have Seattle coming in the year after. So they're going to look stupid if they change it now and change it for 1 year and then change it again. So once Seattle comes in, they're going to change it. I don't know what they're going to do. It's not just like the matchups. The seeding is fucking stupid. All right, the seeding is fucking stupid. But it's not just the seeding that's stupid. Their playoff format is stupid. The whole thing about the top 3 teams in the division and then 2 wild cards is just stupid. Like when you look at the NHL standings, it's confusing with the fucking shootout losses and points. And it's just, they've never really been able to figure this out. And I don't really blame Bettman fully because Bettman really doesn't make these decisions. We can blame Bettman for everything, but Bettman doesn't know anything about hockey, right? Like he doesn't. I'm not just saying that. Like he really doesn't know anything about hockey, Bettman. So he has fucking a competition committee and shit, right? Like the GMs are really the ones that make these rules up. And Bettman really does what the owners want him to do. And the owners wanted this fucking thing. So it's like, we can't really blame Bettman for the playoff format. The owners wanted it. The owners figured, you know what? It's guaranteed good ratings. It's fucking crazy in the first round. But like I said, it sets the bar too high. It sets the bar too high. So then after, everything else just seems boring next to it, kind of. And by chance this year, they're really getting pinched. Like normally the NHL has Chicago or fucking LA. You know what I mean? They don't have Vegas anymore. Like it's a disastrous year for them. Like one by one, like there's no like big teams are bounced or they didn't make it. It doesn't get any better for them. like I'm telling you, the way this shit's going, it looks like it's going to be some weird matchup, guys. I mean, let's just say Columbus beats Boston, which they very well could. So let's say Columbus beats Boston. Carolina's already up 2-0. The Islanders look like they're done. Except I say that, and they'll probably win the next game. But the Islanders, Carolina just seem to be a step fucking quicker than they are. And they're not really better. They're just getting lucky. But they're up 2-0 now, not playing at home. They're in a pretty good spot. The Islanders deserve better, though. The Islanders deserve better. Like the first game they lost, they were all over them, man. Like we watched it. Remember, I don't know how the puck didn't go in a few times. Like seriously. The Islanders nearly scored like 5 times. It wouldn't go in, then they lose in overtime. What was it, 1-0? Then they lose in overtime. Yesterday's game, same shit, man. They were all over them. It just wouldn't go in for them. And the Carolina Hurricanes scored 2 goals in a span of 48 seconds, and they win the game 2-1. I remember when Carolina went to when they went to the Cup because they beat the Canadiens and stuff. And they're very similar to this team in a sense, but I was going to compare them weeks ago. Actually, there's only because there's just something about them, but they're resilient. That Carolina team that won the Cup were resilient, but the fact is, the Carolina team that won the Cup actually had more good players. Like Mark Recchi was on that team, wasn't he? Fucking Mark Recchi on that Carolina team. Who else? Or was it? Who did they pick up? Doug Waite. I think they got Mark Recchi, Doug Waite. They had Rob Brindamore. Like they weren't. Carolina was a decent team when they won the Cup. Like they had some decent players. Was it Recchi they had? Or Recchi on the Canadiens then? Still, he was on the Canes after, wasn't he? I think it might have been Doug Waite they picked up. What's up, Money Tank? Yeah, the thing is, the New York Islanders and the NHL both decided to play at Barclays. Look, I don't think they thought they were going to make it to the second round, number one. That was sort of the thing, but the Islanders prefer playing in Nassau. Yet, the ice is better in Nassau. The fans don't like the Barclays Center for hockey. And I don't really understand either because the Barclays Center is a great arena. Like I don't really understand. Like you figure an arena is an arena. Like how can it be so bad for hockey? Like whatever, you know what I mean? An arena is an arena. Put the damn rink in, but the sight lines are all whacked, and it really isn't made for hockey. Like the hockey rink barely fits in it. Like it's very, it barely fits, but that doesn't mean it works in a good way that, oh, you're close, you're too close. Like basically everyone in the Barclays Center, you can't see the puck. When the puck is against your own boards, you know what I mean? Like a couple of times, depending on your seat, you're not going to see the puck, right? When it's against the board on the near side. But basically no one can see it. Like the angle is fucked. And I've never been there, but I've been tweeting pictures. Like there's all kinds of obstructed views. My buddy Alice went to the game yesterday. He showed me a picture of his seat, and he had to stand to see the net. He could see everything. He was up high. He could see everything, but there's this weird angle. Fuck. Like it's hard to describe that. He said that every time the puck went in near the net, they had to stand up and sort of look over. And I tweeted about it. If you look at an Islander game when it's at the Barclays Center, look at the crowd. All it is people standing up, sitting down, because they can't see, right? So it really pisses Islander fans off because they can't see. And I don't understand. Like, you figure an arena is an arena, but I guess it's just the configuration and the angle of the seats. There's not enough room. And I didn't know this, but it's so whacked out that the scoreboard is over the blue line. I didn't know that. Like it's that geographically or diametrically screwed up that the scoreboard, which is in the center of the court for the NBA, is actually over a blue line. It's not the center for hockey, right? And I don't know how they don't just slide it over, fuck, to be honest, but whatever. Fuck it. So the scoreboard, imagine that. The scoreboard is actually, he was telling me, he's like, it's so whack, the fucking scoreboard's over the blue line. So like the scoreboard's hanging over one of the blue lines. It's not even at center ice. It's a very weird angle. But like for basketball, it's great. Like, and for fighting, it was made for boxing and basketball, exactly. And, you know, UFC and shit. Like the sight lines are good, but like it's not meant to have boards and glass and everything. And the ice, the dimension of the rink is too big. It's bigger than a basketball court. You know what I mean? So it's just the dimension. It wasn't meant for it. But you figure that it would have been multi-purpose, but I guess they figured we're not going to have hockey here. We're building this for the Nets and Jay-Z concerts and shit. You know, like the sound in there, the Barclays Center is supposedly like the best in North America for any like arena and shit, the acoustics and stuff. The lighting is wicked in there and shit too. It's a good arena. That's why it's like, it's kind of weird that it's such a train wreck there. But the thing is, guys, their record is identical. Their record at the Nassau Coliseum and their record at the Barclays Center was identical this year. They were 12-6. So, 12, 6, and 4, whatever, you know what I mean, with the shootout shit. But like, they won 12, won 6, like in both buildings. So you can't say like, oh, they don't win when they're at the Barclays. It wasn't true. They did. Like, it's just, the thing is, I guess the first game during the week was not sold out. In Brooklyn, it wasn't sold out. Yesterday they did better because it was a Sunday afternoon. But like I said, the guy that works at my station, he's a big Islander fan. He lives 10 minutes from the Nassau Coliseum, so he goes in. He's one of these guys that hates it. But he was saying it wasn't just him. Like it just it creates like just negativity with everybody. But yeah, like the Islanders stayed at a hotel. You know, they were staying at a hotel in Battery Park for the last few days, and I don't think that was ideal for them. Even though a lot of times teams will stay in hotels during the playoffs, but I think it threw them off a little bit. I think it's in their head a little bit. But that's not why they lost. You know what I mean? There was an article about this in the New York Post today, basically stating it's not why they lost either. Like, they're just not scoring. But the thing is, in the New York Post, they were talking about it. You know, why they did this, and essentially, the Nassau Coliseum is a dump fuck. And it's been a shit show with the Islanders forever, right? They won't build a new arena. They're not. It goes, and the league got sick of it. They're like, listen, you're playing in the Barclays Center. Fuck this. The NHL can't have teams playing in 14,000 seat arenas. And the real gist of it is, the Nassau Coliseum is antiquated. You know, they renovated it a bit and shit, but it's not good. There's no luxury boxes. There's 10 luxury suites, and they're shit. They're not luxury. You know what I mean? There's basically 10 boxes up there. There's over 100 luxury suites that are modern luxury suites. Like, the amount of revenue of the difference that they make is a lot. Like, we're talking millions of dollars here, right, for the series and shit. Like, they're not going to leave that much money on the table. Well, Charles Wang, man, he tried. I don't know what it is with those guys out there. I don't know much about it, Drew. They seem to be crazy. That's why Kurtz doesn't trust them. But I don't know. I remember Charles Wang basically wanted to build an arena with his own money and build a shopping center and condos and everything with his own money. Like, he basically wanted to build a little town around it and shit, and they shut him down for some reason. He didn't even want anything from them. All right, good. Dodgers take a lead. Good shit, Cody. Yeah, like Wang wanted to build condos and a shopping mall and like a whole project around there in the neighborhood and shit. And you know, it was one problem after another with the politicians there. Hey, what's up, Fanatical Jim? It's the one thing I see about the state of New York and New Jersey, and it's sort of like Florida like that. Canada's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, in Montreal, they'll argue a bit about where all the expos here or there, but it's not this everything's a fight shit. Like, everyone opposes everything here all the time. Like, everything's a battle. Like, look, they should have had a football stadium right up the street there on 34th Street. Oh, the traffic problems. Well, whatever, fuck. So you have traffic issues 15 times a year outside a stadium. That's what subways are for anyways. You have a subway right there, like that Hudson Yards subway. Like, if you can build a mega fucking project there, you could have built a stadium there. They just wanted, I get it. It's a lot of real estate. The money would have taken up, but that's, I'm sure, why they're real behind the scenes, not the traffic. They just didn't want to give up all that real estate to a stadium. Yeah, I know, but you could have built it then, right? You could have built the subway then when you want a stadium. That's what always happens. It's always the real estate people that block this shit. Because they're not making money off a stadium. That's why the casino got blocked in Toronto. Rob Ford, when he was the mayor, he had Steve Wynn and MGM and all these Vegas casino people. They're all bidding. And they were going to build it too. So it wouldn't really cost anything. It wasn't going to cost Toronto. It was a good deal for Toronto. It was nuts. Like, the casinos were rolling over, man. Like, basically, like the M and the Win, they were in a bidding war, and MGM was basically going to win out. And MGM basically said, listen, we're going to build the casino with our own money. We're going to build it all. We're going to build this crazy fucking facility with restaurants and a shopping center and all this stuff. And they said, and we're going to give you fucking like 37% of all money that comes in gambling. We're going to split the revenue with you, all right? Like it was a crazy deal. Like his government runs casinos in Ontario, so it would have been like a unique situation. And they basically said, "Listen, we'll build it. We'll split the money. We'll do this. We'll do that." It was a great deal. It was like free shit. They would have hired people from the other casino, whatever. It was a win-win-win for everyone. The Cirque du Soleil was going to do a show there, and like fuck it would have been a good tourist thing. And city council fucking like shut it down in Toronto. Ford couldn't get enough votes going. He should have just did it. Fuck, he's the mayor. He should have just done it, but he couldn't do it because of the land and shit like that. And the real deal was all these city councilors, if you looked at who their biggest donors were, all the city councilors in the area where the casino would have been on the water there, they all fucking blocked it. And it turned out, of course, that they all were taking money, like political donations from all the condo fucking developers and shit. Why? Because the condo developers didn't want all this fucking land going to a fucking casino because they wanted to put up 1 million buildings that they could charge a fucking $1 million a unit in and make exponentially more money. And it worked. Like they blocked it. Fuck. Like the real estate fucking people and the condo people of Toronto are fucking powerful. They blocked it, man. They donate so much fucking money to these politicians. They got the vote in the back pocket. Fuck.
I was tired of having my call jobs. White gloves to correct.
They just need to get the fucking sports betting going. They'll block it again.
Since he bought his house,
But to be honest, the thing is, single game, yeah, it's more of a provincial thing, though, even Big Will, than federal, right? It's up to the provinces to push it and shit. But you are right. It's not a high priority for them. Fuck. It never has been with the Liberals. And they're stupid. I said it before. It's like it's one thing that you can bring goodwill that people won't bitch about. No one cares. No one's going to be against it. That's a stupid thing in Canada. There's no one arguing against this, right? Like, I remember when we had Tim Hudak on. Tim Hudak's a conservative, and even he said the guy that came up with the gambling bill is actually from the NDP. It was like an NDP guy in fucking Niagara Falls. That was like one of the first dudes. He said, listen, we should just have fucking single game wagering. And it was a rare instance in which all the political parties in the area, no one disagreed. Everyone was like, great idea. Fuck, let's do it. No one argued it. Do you know what I mean? Because no one in Windsor or in Niagara Falls is poor there in Windsor, Niagara Falls. So those politicians there, none of them want to be seen as blocking jobs. So they were all for it, but then the Canadian Senate fucking shut it down, right? Jacques Demers. And Jacques Demers shut it down because Gary Bettman didn't want single game wagering in Canada because he was fucking worried before. But now Bettman's on board with single game wagering. So he's pushing it. Like you said, though, the Liberals are fucking idiots, right? Same shit in Ontario. Like they make money with Proline. They can make more money, you know. They don't see the vision. Yeah, it's a good point, ain't it? Yeah, I don't know how you lose money dealing weed, but
Nobody's coming again. Well, you hear what you're thinking, don't worry your head. Nobody, you got so much weight in your ass to come like that. Well played.
you know, though, to be honest, though, other provinces have been a hell of a lot smoother than Ontario. It's been a shit show in Ontario. Like BC, there's no problem. Winnipeg, Manitoba, there's no problem. I was talking to people in Halifax. They're like, yeah, it's fucking smooth as hell. They're like, no problems. There's fucking places everywhere and shit. Somehow Ontario is a fucking shit show, right? And if it was Kathleen Wynne, people would be freaking out. Oh, there's only 2 stores. But, you know, whatever. Ontario's just a shit show no matter what all the time, man. Ontario's like fucking California or something. You know, it's like a big, vast fucking political money pit. Like, exactly, Shano. It's not so. Trudeau doesn't take the same heat everywhere for this pot thing as he does, right? And it's not him. Like the provinces run it. Like I said, there's been no beef in Quebec. People prefer the under, you know, their own shit in Quebec. But I'm saying, like, it's only Ontario that's been this shit show. But I don't understand. And you know, to me, I don't understand because there's all these people that got licenses, but they're not ready to open their stores and shit. Like that's on them. I don't understand it. Like I don't get the mess. It's not my problem.
Questions on what his status would be in game 1 year. So he already put his hand over, raise his arm up. But I was in there, man. All guard wasn't for the best. Let's look at that. Listen, we all know we have this. The score. You got to run that score 67%. And the whole, first time you had 13. Basically, these 2 big guys, they got the best beat in
and just okay is not, especially when it comes to your data. AT&T is America's best wireless network and brings America's biggest tech. Now with 5G evolution, the first best 5G, more secure. That's all. These are paint and sparkle gold expensive tops. So they're delicious. Yeah. Don't judge me. Paint and sparkle is great for always new gold sweet tops.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar. More of zero.
But it's all connected. Yours, YouTube, Netflix, it's also higher TV.
Yeah, that's the thing. They overcharge for it. You know what it is? You know what it is? In the United States, you can get away with it. Right? Like in like Las Vegas and like California and stuff. In Colorado, like in the States, like legalized weed works because good weed is really expensive in the States. Like weed's not cheap really anywhere in the US, fuck, you know what I mean? So, and it's a pain in the ass to get always. It's harder to get and stuff. Like Canada, there's weed everywhere, fuck, and it's cheap, you know? So when now when it's legal in Canada, people aren't like, oh, great, it's legal. People are like, why would I want to pay fucking $18 a gram when I'm already paying fucking $8 a gram? Like you're not giving me, you know what I mean? It's like in the States, it's different. People are like, well, I'm only getting dirt weed, or I only know one or two guys. Now, if it was on every corner, it's just different. Like Canada, like they got stupid in Canada. Like they got greedy and shit. Like you said, they charge too much for the licenses, so people have to charge too much for the weed. Like it's just a fucking lesson in greed. Fuck. So I see in Toronto, they just have a bunch of designer, like really upscale. They look like Apple stores and shit. You know, it's all fucking high fucking end shit.
Sonic's new Red Bull slushies.
Look, I know in New Jersey, the fucking guy basically lied.
It's sure to be a crowd favorite.
The guy lied. The guy that ran for fucking for governor, Murphy. He ran stating he was going to legalize weed. And it came up and he didn't do it. He didn't pass it. Oh, well, more studies. And you know what I mean? Because a bunch of cop groups freaked out and fucking whatever. Like he really never had any intention of doing it. I guess they pushed the medicinal. He's like medicinal. So like people can't bitch. Like medicinal people can't complain, but he was supposed to do recreational. Like he ran on it. He said he would. And now he's copping out. It's like, bro, you're the governor. You're in control of the state. Like, it's pretty simple. Like, you could do it in a heartbeat if you want to do it. You ran on it. Yeah, but even the tax people, Drew, I saw a thing, like even like the state, like some other group said fucking it should be $18 an ounce, like tax or whatever. Like you said, like they got greedy right off the top, and you know what I mean, right away. But he doesn't seem to have the political, like, and look at Cuomo. Cuomo lied. Look, that chick fucking from Sex and the City was coming on and pushing him to the left. And he basically had to concede that he would legalize fucking weed in 100 days. And has he done it? No. You know who the biggest lobbyist for legalized weed now in the States is? John Boehner. The former Republican fucking speaker, John Boehner. Of course, John Boehner pulled the old Krusty the Clown because John Boehner used to fucking vote against all this shit. But that's before he met them and they paid him all the money. No, they've done nothing in Albany. And think about it, Drew. How many people like New York, Plattsburgh, New York and shit? New York is right on the border of Quebec. How much money are they losing? How many kids are going up to fucking Canada to get fucking blasted every weekend and shit? Yeah, how much money are they losing? You know, like people can't bring the weed back with them, but they're like, hey, let's just go get high in fucking Montreal for the weekend, you know? And it brings, that's hotel money that's being spent in Montreal. That's like think about it when the expos are there with the legalized weed. Fuck, you have the expos there, legalized weed. People will fucking be into it. Like I said, Canadians, I'm going to get out of here, but exactly, Big Will. Same with Bill Blair. Bill Blair was like the chief of police. He was anti-weed big time. Fuck. Now he's a big pro-weed guy. Fucking. But I'll tell you though, Canadians do complain a lot about everything. The Canadians bitch all this and that, legalized weed. They bitch about pro-line. They bitch about this. They bitch about that. Like I said, man. Me and Jazz were in a fucking store before the UFC across the street from the Bell Center in Montreal. And there was a bunch of dudes from New York, from like, not New York City, but upstate New York, wherever the fuck they were from. And they're in Montreal for the UFC. And they saw us playing, like we were filling out mise au jeu tickets, parlays for the UFC. And they saw a sign, and it was like a sign, fucking, it said, betting, whatever, fucking sports, fucking, and they played it, and they were like, this is the greatest thing ever. We wish we had this. This is unbelievable. And they were like, you're telling us you can play this at any corner store? You could bet on football even and whatever. And fucking, we're like, yeah, but you got to play 3 games. You got to take 3 fights. And they're like, yeah, so what? They're like, fuck, this is great. I was like, you see, fuck, people in Canada are like, oh, this sucks. You don't know what you have until you don't have it. Thank you very much, Ty Rich. We'll have some good guests tomorrow once again. We're out of here. 60-57, high-scoring game in Denver. Should be entertaining. Other than that, you're on your own. Later. Thanks for the support, guys.